US-Israel war with Iran Day 44. 1. The US blockade of Iran's ports begins today. Right now. 8:10 a.m. ET, CENTCOM confirmed it. US Central Command forces will begin implementing a blockade of all maritime traffic entering and exiting Iranian ports on April 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, in accordance with the President's proclamation. Every ship, every nation, any vessel heading to or from an Iranian port stopped by the US Navy, Iran was already blockading the strait. Now the US is blockading Iran's ports back. 2. Oil just crossed $104 a barrel. Markets are falling across Asia. The moment the blockade was announced, markets moved. A US crude jumped 8.7% to $104.80 a barrel. A Brent crossed $102. A Japan's Nikkei fell 1%. A South Korea's Kospi dropped 1.1%. A Hong Kong's Hang Seng slipped nearly 1.5% before this war began on February 28th. Oil was at $67 a barrel. It has gone up 56% in 44 days, and it is going higher this morning. 3. Iran called the blockade piracy and issued a direct threat. Iran's armed forces responded immediately. The imposition of restrictions on the movement of vessels in international waters is an illegal act and amounts to piracy. The IRGC went further, warning that no port in the Persian Gulf and the Sea of Oman will be safe if Iranian ports are threatened. Their exact words: security of ports in the Persian Gulf and the Sea of Oman is either for everyone or for no one. This is a threat to close or attack every port in the Gulf, including those of Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, and Bahrain. 4. President Trump is claiming the ceasefire is holding well. While announcing a blockade, in the same 24-hour window Trump announced a naval blockade of Iran, he also told reporters the ceasefire was holding well. The ceasefire is supposed to last until April 22. The blockade begins today. Both things are simultaneously true and completely contradictory. 5. Germany just cut fuel taxes. Because of this war, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz announced today that Germany will slash petrol and diesel taxes by 17 euro cents per litre for 2 months, a direct response to the energy shock from the Iran war. Germany's fuel prices have risen 14%, and gas prices across the EU are up 60-70%. The EU's total fossil fuel import bill has increased by 14 billion euros since February 28th. Merz said explicitly, "This war is the root cause of the problems we face in our own country." 6. CENTCOM quietly walked back Trump's blockade. Within hours, Trump announced a blockade of any and all ships entering or leaving the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM's actual statement was, the blockade would only apply to vessels traveling to and from Iranian ports, and that other traffic would not be impeded. 7. Only 17 ships crossed the strait on Saturday. Piri War was 1:30 daily. Maritime intelligence firm Windward confirmed it. Only 17 vessels transited the Strait of Hormuz on Saturday, down from roughly 130 per day before the war began. The ceasefire was supposed to reopen it. It didn't. 230 loaded oil tankers are still sitting inside the Gulf, unable to leave. The oil is there. The ships are there. The world needs it. And nobody can move it. 8. Iran's Supreme Leader's advisor said the key to Hormuz remains in Iran's hands. Ali Akbar Velayati, senior advisor to Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei, made a direct statement Sunday. The key to the Strait of Hormuz remains in the Islamic Republic's hands. Not a negotiating position, a declaration of permanent ownership. Iran is not framing Hormuz as a temporary bargaining chip. It is framing it as sovereign Iranian territory. That framing makes any deal on the strait exponentially harder to reach. 9. Israel and Lebanon diplomats are meeting in Washington this week. While all attention is on Hormuz and the blockade, a separate but connected negotiation is beginning. Israeli and Lebanese diplomats are scheduled to meet in Washington this week for the first time. Israel's stated goal: disarmament of Hezbollah. Lebanon's stated goal: a ceasefire first, then talks. Those two positions have not moved closer. 10. The ceasefire expires in 9 days. April 22, a US naval blockade just started. Iran is threatening to make every Gulf port unsafe. Oil is at $104. Asian markets are falling. Germany is cutting fuel taxes. The strait has 17 ships where 130 used to be, and the ceasefire that was supposed to lead to peace expires in 9 days. This is day 44.